Gemini, welcome back. This is A from High Fives Tarot. This is your January 2023 Sun, Moon, Rising sign and Venus love reading for the sign of Gemini. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Perhaps next month's message is the one for you. They've always believed in synchronicity, so there must be something in here that you need to hear today. Thank you for being here and welcome back. This is and continuation of the reading is in the link in the description box below. One more oracle card for you, and you could also scroll down so you can make your own 3-card spread. But I recommend that you make an intention. You set an intention first before you shuffle, so that you wouldn't find yourself shuffling it, so that you could get the answers that you want to hear. And if you are still confused or still confused with the description that has been given there, you could send me an email with a screenshot of your 3-card spread at tarot@highfiveshighvibes.com so that I could make you a brief interpretation. Okay, putting your foot down, dear Gemini, or perhaps being stubborn. Yeah, being stubborn, fighting your way, arguing, and telling your partner that you have to do things on a certain way. Or this could also be an energy of somebody who is very authoritative, very dominant in your love life right now. All I can hear is stubbornness, disappointment, but this disappointment and indecision is coming from your end. Perhaps you are telling your person that perhaps your person is convincing you to, let's say, go overseas, work abroad, change career paths, move in with them, but you are so independent. You're an independent thinker to a point that you feel that what they are asking you to do or what they are requesting from you is something that wouldn't serve your highest good. And as a result, this brings you confusion, or perhaps feeling trapped, or perhaps you feel that you are pressured. There is an intense pressure coming from your cards here, and it seems like you would do everything in your power to do it your way. But I strongly feel that this is something that you would not succeed in, because I feel that the universe is telling you to make compromises or understand where they're coming from, if not empathize with them and meet them halfway. There's a queen here. That could be your mom, could be your partner's mom, but could also be you. They know what you want, they assert their truth, but it's coming from a kind of an immature or half-baked argument. You could be expressing your truth, you're putting your foot down, but it is something that it's a make or break thing. I mean, it's black or white. But you are not, when you assert something that you want to happen, but you are not open to suggestions, or you're not trying to understand, you're not trying to listen where your partner is coming from. That is the energy I'm getting here. You both have 5s here, 5 of swords and 5 of wands, 5 of cups. There seems to be a disappointment, if not sadness, but also mental conflict, or perhaps letting go of that conflict. For some of you, you may have already surrendered, if I may say, or perhaps you have already welcomed your person's you have already seen your person's side of things, but it has brought you an intense let's say intense mental anguish. Perhaps you're losing sleep about it, but I strongly feel that you know who you are, and while you may meet them halfway, you would find a way to make it work, or perhaps you will find a way to be to understand. I'm sorry for that noise. To understand or be mature enough to open up to new experiences around you. Something here is bothering you, if not making you feel so sad. And this could be the energy of that could be stemming from the fact that you have been feeling that pressure, or perhaps you have been everybody else around you are telling you to, everybody is telling you to act in a way that you're not, who's not really who you are or who you want to be. And perhaps from your perspective, you're seeing it that they're trying to change you. Let's see what the other energies surrounding our dear Gemini here. Okay, non-cooperate. You don't want to cooperate. Stubborn. Conflict. See, another 5. More conflict. More arguments. It's not any more a friendly banter, but it's more of a serious argument. It's turning out to be sour, and you are having a hard time to change your ways. Perhaps you are left. I strongly feel that you will make that decision. You will put your foot down. But if you, it's okay to put your foot down. It's okay to express your truth and stand by your truth. But see, that is another emperor here. It's okay to put your foot down, dear Gemini. But if I were your friend, I would have advised you to see all sides of the situation, to empathize where they are coming from, what they are trying to say, what can you learn from it, what changes. In what ways can you have that proper dance between you and your person? There's a strict figure here, very strict, very authoritative. You have the emperor twice here. So what is it? What is it telling you, Gemini? It seems like that energy is coming from your end, and as I have mentioned, if that is not about stubbornness, that could mean it could also mean turning a blind eye on something. There's something that you don't want to see. There's something that it could mean leadership. So perhaps what the universe is telling you right now, in what ways can you be that leader? In what ways can, when you say you're a leader, you're not only dominant, you're not telling people how they should act based on what you want to happen. You see the bigger picture, and you see it from their perspective, and then you try to communicate with them how can you find solutions to the issues, or solutions to the problem. You may have done so much preparation to move forward with your plans, but sometimes I can't help but get the energy of stubbornness from your end, dear Gemini. Or perhaps you are trying to be, you're Peter Pan, a kid who wouldn't want to grow up, very, very Gemini, to a point that you are not listening to what others are telling you. How can you channel the sharpness in your way of thinking independently in a way that would work for the highest good of all, not only for your highest good? One more card for our dear Gemini, because that stubbornness may be the root of more conflict down the road. You have two cards that would end the energy, the spread, which shows your energy. Let's just move that up so that we could see more of the cards. This could be perhaps for some of you, you are about to get married and you are starting a home life. You're starting to build a home. You're starting to be that a mother figure, and perhaps there is resentment from your end, thinking that you are not ready for it. The universe is telling you to embrace what they present to you, and yeah. Some of you may have been recently married. You're in a honeymoon phase, but during this phase, you have been asserting the not only do's and don'ts. It's not actually do's and don'ts, but it's more of don'ts. Instead of you telling your person how they can help you with your struggle, with that conflict that you have in your mind, it's more of telling them, don't do this. It's bordering, or you're running the risk of being that verbally abusive. So if you are this dominant or alpha, if I may say, in what ways can you let go of your need to be right? um, your person is also struggling with this new change, perhaps wedding. In the traditional rider way, this is wedding, and you have it in reverse. If this is not about sadness or depression, I'm not saying that your person is depressed being recently married. What I'm saying is that perhaps this stubbornness coming from your end is something that you feel pressure, but they feel it too. It's not only you who's in this relationship, it's a two-way street. There are changes around them that they are struggling to keep up with. If you are the more stronger person, if you have the much stronger personality than your person, then the person who would be most likely to adjust faster would be you. There are changes that are happening around them and they are struggling to keep up with it. If you are feeling pressure from these changes, do not lash out on your person, because they're feeling the same way. They're also experiencing some changes happening around them, or perhaps transformation, perhaps a test of character, and they are struggling to keep their head above the water. So don't be hating. Perhaps they don't know if this is the right thing for them. Is it a right decision for them to get married? Is it the right decision for them to settle down? I mean, they have also issues. I mean, you have both of you have issues. I mean, personal issues, burden, if I may say, that is yours to carry. Your burden, dear Gemini, it seems like you are passing on the burden to your person, if not blaming your person for the circumstances, that the changes that are happening around you, between you and person. There is stubbornness here because you don't want to cooperate. I mean, what's up, dear Gemini? There is conflict, disappointment, indecision, trying to prove yourself, perhaps, or perhaps asserting your power over your person, and it rattles them. I mean, you are just bringing out the insecurity in them. Their person may be living at a distance from you, or perhaps this is something that makes them feel burdened. They are blaming themselves for it. They are blaming themselves for, because they only want you to be happy, but you are asserting something or wanting them to do something that is impossible for them to do. But at least from your perspective, it's possible. Everything is possible. They are having a hard time. They just feel so abandoned. They feel they are left out in the cold. There's so much conflict here. You have all the fives in your spread, dear Gemini. From you have the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Here you completed all the fives, and fives means conflict, exhaustion, changes, expansion. So use these changes, use the change that is happening around you, use that to your advantage. You are smarter than that, dear Gemini. Use it to your advantage. Both of you may be rattled, but instead of you being that solace or safe space for your person to feel safe in traversing this challenge, you are blaming them, or perhaps you're not creating that safe space for them. The person you're dealing with seems to be struggling with their emotions right now. They fail to be receptive. They fail to be more nurturing to you, and perhaps that is what is annoying you. Your person seems to be not creating also that safe space, but you don't have to react in a way. If your person is very disappointing or annoying, if they are not acting the way that they promised they should, I think of course it's valid for you to feel angry, but you can do better than that, dear Gemini. I mean, you don't have to respond in a way similar to them. If they are lashing out on you, would you choose to lash out on them too, so that they could give a taste of their own medicine? Do you think it's more mature way of dealing with this situation. You could do better than that. You are the queen. You have two queens here, and the queen is a receptive, nurturing kind of energy. The queen here is somebody who is struggling with their emotions. The queen you have there is struggling with all the tasks or with all the challenges presented to them. I mean, they have the tendency, you have the tendency to lash out on your person. Your person also has a tendency to lash out on you. If you're struggling with what you really want in life, you're confused about what you want in life, your person is confused how they feel about the changes that are happening around you. Feeling at a loss, losing that clarity, or feeling alone. That is where your person is coming from. Both of you seem to be feeling overwhelmed, having a hard time to deal with changes. Could also be, perhaps you, for some of you, you are trying to be this emperor, trying to be trying to do the best that you could, so that you could detach yourself from that mental anguish. Your person, on the other hand, seem to be still struggling with it. Everything, life keeps getting on the way. I mean, they want to step up, but they're just not in a right place right now emotionally to deal with it. But they know what they want, and they chose you. They're choosing you. They know, and they would be successful at it. One more card for Gemini's person, please. One more card. They're mastering the courage. What a nice card here to end this reading. I strongly feel that for some of you, they could also be struggling to, I mean, if you are not that person who is married or have recently married, you could be dealing with a person who is very confused with their feelings. They don't know how to speak their mind. They feel so inferior. They doubt themselves. They're struggling with their insecurities to assert or to express their feelings towards you, but they are mastering the courage. It takes strength for them to muster the courage to profess their deep love for you, but I strongly feel that they are determined. They're very determined to make things work for you. They're very determined to step up to the changes that are happening around them. They need your help, dear Gemini. So if you really want to make it work, you are in the position to create or to inspire them, to invite them to have that proper dance with you, so that you could have a full understanding of each other. They're very determined to make it work for you. Okay, let us get what the universe wants you to know, dear Gemini. What do you want our dear Gemini here to know? Oops. I was just talking about change. Transformation is happening. Is this a dress, or is it a butterfly turning out to be a dress? In what ways can you shift your perspective and see a boring house and create something beautiful out of a boring house? That is a message for you. How can you make beauty? How can you see the changes happening around you? Ugly changes, if I may say so. Ugly changes, and turn it into something that is beautiful for you. So, continuation of these readings in the link in the description box below. One more oracle card for you, dear Gemini. And I thank you for being here. I hope to see you next time. My name is A. See you soon. Bye-bye.